That was on the previous video 15 minutes and 30 seconds, so I hope it's going to be uploaded. So today is the same day as the 15th of the 11th month of the year 2015. And I was talking about I started to talk about the reflections in meditation when I entered this field of love, which was such a nourishing, such a strong, beautiful vibe, but it was difficult to stay in that vibe for a very long time because I had to be very, very concentrated, very in tune, and if I would lose this tuning, even for an inch, my ego would start to take control. And you see, the whole path to the metaphysical good, which is love, which is truth, is about detaching yourself from the programming. And that programming is ego. And ego identifies itself with the body and the false self, which is not. I'm a soul, but without the memory, it's very easy to be ego. So, in that field of love, I could also, not in that field of love, but later on, when still the echo is there, energy is there, I could see the future in, well, I'm going to describe you how vaguely it looks. You see, everything what is coming from that consciousness is very, very different than how we think as a human beings, as bodies, as egos. So I've seen the vision of first. I'm just going to repeat the thing about the events in the 2016 and things which are going to unfold in April, May, June. 2016 is going to be a crucial year for us, and everything's going to change. Our whole socio-political context in Europe and elsewhere, but definitely Europe is going to change that year. And since 2014, I've been feeling this year, and I had a feeling that I'm going to return in Europe that year. And another thing, the thing, how to call it really? Okay, I'm just going to explain you what I saw. Now imagine like a unity of one, which what you colloquially call God, but it's actually truth, which is love. God is somebody who controls a certain system, and this is Luciferian trait. But this one, I entering, is full of love and consciousness. It is challenging to enter there because I have to be very in tune with it. These meditations are only possible in the morning, and only possible if a day before that was a day when I was really guarding my thoughts, not to enter into negativity, even when I'm analyzing it. And the thing is, I saw this unity, and on this unity was like a layer of a darkness, and that darkness is the challenger, which was created to challenge the unity, so it learns. But I finally understood that I, as a soul, I'm actually a string which is connecting that unity with this world, and world under the control of metaphysical evil, what is our world. And then I'm going to explain you why evil doesn't have to be really evil all the time. It has all the time it needs. So if you encounter a reptile in the human body, and there are many of them, he's not going to kill you. He's going to be nice to you. Because, eventually, where can you go? So he has time for that. And about that unity, what I have to say about that thing. Apart, it's full of love and consciousness. Actually, it's the feeling of absolute safety, because you see, whatever is going on is not changing the essence at all. evil never gonna prevail because evil is just a toy made to test. So it has, you know, it's not really, it's actually not a threat at all. It simply appears to be a threat to us who are in the suffering zone. And when the whole experiment is over, we're just gonna have a more real, hardcore, fruitful knowledge about the nature of the nature of the things. And I wish you people could actually connect with it. And another thing is, now when this third eye start to open more and more and more, I feel like I'm very retarded all my life when I couldn't see it, because if you see just the flesh, you don't see much. If you have only 5 senses, you're like an ant. You don't really have eyes. Ants don't have eyes. So, it's perfectly okay if you guys don't understand me. But I just want to tell you, those who have souls, if you manage to ditch from your life cigarettes, alcohol, meat, GMO food, fluoridated water, and of course all packaged food, because every single packaged food is a shit. If it's packaged, it's not coming from the nature, from the real creator. If it's GMO, it's not coming from the real creator. But if it's coming from the real creator, like this beautiful fruit, this is same as cure, especially if it is organic. But of course, who can afford that? So next thing is, if you really start to meditate, then use Malanga techniques to meditate. And if you try to learn what I have learned so far, you will definitely get the result. That's for sure. There is no other way. Because, you see, most of you, pole to pole, don't have telepathic ability simply because you've been conditioned to believe they don't exist. But on the other hand, our enemies are using them extensively because they are frightened. Now, imagine this. If somebody is approaching you with a big smile, however, you feel a huge shit in him, right? He cannot fool you. But in a normal, in a normal scenario, without the sensitivity, that person could maybe be your husband, if you're a woman, next 10 years and leave you and exploit you. But if you have this eyes open, you can immediately sense it, and so on and so on and so on. So, don't be afraid of the spirituality, although your ego might be a bit sensitive, because we all have enemies in our brain. And these enemies are not only school programming and conditioning from the society. In many cases, and I think in all cases, people who didn't clean their bodies using Malanga techniques, these enemies, as simply etheric microchips of the system, are always there to control human thought processes. And your thought processes, mine as well, to the degree, absolutely, yeah, are controlled. Are you controlled by that invisible grid which manipulates humanity on far, far more subtle and sensitive way? Again, people always ask me why, and I'm always telling them, your prana is the highest commodity in the known universe. This is the melange from the dew. It's the prana. And the planet Araxis is this planet. Okay? And those worms who are digging through the ground and live in darkness are us. This is how it is. This is our most precious resource. More you have it, more you see. So now you understand why Lucifer is so high, high up. Not because of his spiritual progress, but because of his capitalist, corporative way leeching process, where every day thousands and thousands of children being sacrificed to him. With all this prana which went to him, of course that he's on a high level. for a while. And that's all I have to say. Lucifer, you're not gonna make it. Even if you exterminate whole human race, even if you help in a next project, which is making a hybrid race, something between us and the Greys and something else, eventually you're just gonna face yourself with the ultimate failure. Because what is the unity? It can't be defeated. And the movie you're playing, you're simply being manipulated by the real evil. So, and I know that you can't stop, because it's not your decision at all. No, it's not your decision. You're a slave. And this is the truth. After all, this message is for you. Now, in my meditations, vision opened, a vision of before the fall, while we've been all standing shoulder by shoulder. And in this vision, Lucifer was first one who crossed the line and played his allegiance to the metaphysical evil. And when I start to penetrate into the reasons why, I felt that he was extremely, like the most intelligent one, but at the same time the one with the least love. And he calculated that if sort of eternity is to be spent in the samsara, suffering, that the best decision is to be the first one who sold himself. And it's like with the politicians. Bill Clinton, he is the soul of the Illuminati, and he's the guy who has the charisma. While on the other side, Hillary is the biological human mass infested with the demon inside, and people feel it. She's really disgusting. So this is why metaphysical evil needs souls to manipulate other souls, because it's very easy to follow somebody who is charismatic, mind controlled, of course, but is radiating with the thing which corresponds with you, while it's very difficult to follow somebody who's like Hillary Clinton. You know what I mean? It's just many people have intuition developed to the degree, and it simply doesn't work. And this is why the pure evil really needs to manipulate souls again and again and again to enter its game. And think about the end of times, not about this end of times here, but the real end of times, end of the experiment, is in a way I think it's going to be collective, because we are all one, we are all connected, and we rise together and we fall together. And when finally is over, when conclusions are reached, we're going to be liberated. And then we're going to understand everything what was going on, and then we're going to enter into unity again. And I think this is the end of this also soul entities as well. If it's needed, we can be recreated in some other form in the future, but I hope not. So okay, this is all from me. Update from this beautiful lake in Ratanakiri.